What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, The Hakamai.
I'm here too.
You're a Heffalump. I think it's actually pronounced Huffalump, but I've been saying it all this entire time. But I'm the Hakamai, joined by my own Hakamai, and we are getting ready to open our little time machine, jump in, and blast off to the new millennium, back to our Attitude Years Season 3, covering all things the new millennium, and we're getting geared up for SummerSlam 2 weeks away. So we're covering WWF Raw is War from August 14th, 2000, live in Providence, Rhode Island. And to kick off Raw, the Olympic hero Kurt Angle comes out. Angle says, "Triple H, what you did to me on SmackDown was wrong. You remind me of Tanya Harding. Triple H, you may be a world-class athlete, but you don't have integrity. Just like Nancy Kerrigan, I ask, why me? You haven't liked me since I came to the WWF, and you're jealous. In 9 months, I accomplished things that took you years. In your first 9 months, you were doing hog pen matches."
Ooh.
Triple H runs out, takes off his shirt, gets face-to-face with Kurt Angle, and then Shane McMahon runs in to break it up. Shane says, "You guys are killing Stephanie. She was almost chokeslammed last week by The Undertaker. You never leave your tag team partner, Triple H. Kurt, you know it was wrong to call Triple H a loser. I know that Kurt Angle would never do anything to break up your marriage, and Stephanie would never marry a loser. You got to get focused on The Rock." That's when Commissioner Foley comes out. Foley says, "I got to admit, Shane, I'm touched by you trying to keep your family together." And Mick makes a 6-man tag match, Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Shane McMahon against the Dudley Boyz and The Rock. And if Triple H or Kurt Angle walk out on one another, they will lose their SummerSlam shot.
They better keep it together.
Keep it together, man, for SummerSlam. We see Chris Benoit arrive backstage, and Chris Jericho attacks him. And then Benoit flips out. He wants Jericho. He's pissed about it. But you see, this is what they've been doing. They've been attacking each other.
Yeah,
back
he can
and
dish
forth.
it, but he can't take it.
He's being a rabid little bitch. A rabid Wolverine.
Basically.
We see Kai and Ty go to the Acolytes as the APA's office, and they have money and beer. I guess something happened on Sunday Night Heat, and they want to take out the Acolytes to a bar, and the Acolytes are definitely down for that. We then have a tag match here, TNA with Trish Stratus. They defeat the hardcore champion Steve Blackman and Eddie Guerrero with Chyna here. Albert lands a backbreaker to Eddie and an Albert bomb for a 2. And then Albert hits Steve Blackman with a kendo stick, and TNA get the victory.
Thank you, Trish.
Thank you, Trish. That's really all for this match. Kurt Angle is outside with an umbrella waiting for Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley to arrive. He thanks her for being a good friend, and he kisses her on the cheek, and Triple H watches backstage pissed off.
Where else do you think he's kissed her?
Dude, would you get pissed? Do you think Triple H is right to be mad?
Yeah.
Well, he confronts Stephanie. He says, "Friend's my ass. You know, he waited out here for you. You guys aren't friends." Stephanie says, "Maybe I shouldn't be here tonight." And Triple H says, "Maybe you shouldn't."
If Kurt Angle was waiting in a parking lot and held an umbrella over your head, I'd be mad.
Yeah, well, Triple H was pissed, and Stephanie decides she wants to fucking leave. The Right to Censor come out. Steven Richards says, we are warning you people that we care about your children. There are groups that know what's best for your kids. If the WWF and Hollywood don't clean up its act, then the Right to Censor will. The Right to Censor will win the good fight. And then Steven Richards trashes Lita's undergarments as he talks about her thong, and we get a handicap match, the Right to Censor, with Steven Richards against the Hardy Boyz and Lita here. Right to Censor land a double big boot to Jeff Hardy. The Hardys land a poetry in motion to the Good Father. Lita lands a moonsault to the Good Father and jumps onto Bull Buchanan on the floor. While Lita's on the ground, Steven Richards super kicks her, and the Good Father hits Lita with a shoulder breaker, and the Right to Censor win. After Edge and Christian go to hit a concerto to Lita, but Matt Hardy saves her, and Christian hits Matt Hardy with an Unprettier on top of a steel chair. So the Right to Censors are fucking assholes, and so are Edge and Christian.
What's up with the Godfather?
The Good Father.
Hitting Lita. fucked up.
Well, she fucking took him out with her fucking boots right to the head when she landed that moonsault.
Yeah, well,
And
he deserved it.
what do you think about Edge and Christian laying out, trying to hit Lita with a concerto?
Well, I mean, it's just back and forth between them and the Hardys, kind of. So, you know, things are going to keep happening. It would be kind of cool if Edge and Christian kind of had a girl on their side. But, yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Those damn tag champions. We see the Acolytes and Tiny Tire at the Friendly Tap, which is the bar that is owned by referee Tim White in Rhode Island. That's why whenever they're there, they usually have a hard fight there.
Yeah.
Stephanie goes to leave the arena, and Shane tries to stop her, but she's like, "No, I'm leaving. I'm done." And Shane's like, "All right, I'll call you later." This is going to be catastrophe for Kurt Angle and Triple H, man. Stephanie is pissed. She's leaving. Speaking of people who are pissed, the tag champions Edge and Christian come out with steel chairs. Edge says, "Do actions speak louder than words? Due to the unfair treatment we have gotten, we're having a sit-down strike. Mick Foley did not help us last week when we got attacked by both the Dudleys and the Hardys." Christian says, "This is why we took matters into our own hands. We want a big bowl of justice soup. If it doesn't end there will be extreme repercussions." And then Commissioner Foley comes out and he says at SummerSlam it's going to be a TLC match between the Hardy Boyz, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleyz. Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Oh my.
So this is the first TLC match. Edge and Christian are pissed about this. They did say they wanted a bowl of justice, so they kind of got it.
Don't get it.
What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of remember back in the day watching this stuff, and like people, it was really exciting about the table, ladder, and chairs match because there had never been one before.
Oh
and,
my!
Yeah, and especially there had never been. Well, in a while, there hadn't been teams that were as luchador-esque as Edge and Christian and the Hardys and hardcore like the Dudleys. So, yeah, it was definitely it was good build-up.
Definitely was. Next up, Chris Benoit with Shane McMahon takes on The Undertaker. Benoit hits a flying headbutt for a 2 count. Undertaker goes for a chokeslam, but Shane hits Undertaker in the back and the face with a steel chair, so Taker gets the DQ victory. After Benoit applies a crossface while Shane kicks at Taker, Kane comes out, which is the brother of The Undertaker, and he grabs Taker and chokeslams him twice, and the second chokeslam, Undertaker goes straight through the ring, and Kane rides off with The Undertaker's motorcycle.
I didn't get that at all, because when Undertaker got hurt and left right before his comeback, like him and Kane were on the same page. They were kind of helping each other out. So I don't know what got up Kane's big red ass.
Maybe he got some more fire up his ass. But that was a crazy chokeslam through the ring.
It was really
that
cool.
was cool.
And we hadn't seen that in really
a while, yeah. I'd say like 99 it happened with Big Show and Undertaker, but
right.
That was like a while. We then see WWF at the DNC, the Democratic National Convention. Linda is there as well, and they're trying to build up Rock SmackDown your vote. Jerry the King Lawler leaves the ringside area because Tazz is going to come out to face
Linda was prepping for Trump all the way.
She sure was. Tazz is taking on Crash Holly. Tazz gets in JR's face. Tazz lands an Alabama slam and applies a Tazz mission, and Tazz defeats Crash Holly quickly. After Tazz mocks JR, puts on Jim Ross's hat, and pushes Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler comes down and attacks Tazz, and we find out that at SummerSlam, Lawler will fight Tazz in a one-on-one match. What are your thoughts? The Memphis man versus the Extreme Dude.
I'm excited for it. I mean, I don't think Jerry Lawler's going to win, but I hope he gets a good punch or two out of Tazz. I think Tazz is kind of boring right now. And it's like, oh, you're going to go pick on JR and Jerry Lawler. Like, come on now.
We'll see. Just Joe tells Kurt Angle backstage that someone will be waiting for him outside in about 30 minutes. So head out there, and Kurt Angle thinks about it.
The person might have a dildo.
He might. DX defeat Rikishi in a handicap match. During the match, Rikishi gives Road Dogg like the longest stink face, and X-Pac laughs. X-Pac lands a spinning heel kick, and both DX members pin Rikishi after two pull run down and attack DX. And DX are again on top of things here.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if we're not going to see Road Dogg watching that match, watching X-Pac like rolling around the floor.
Yeah, we'll see. Just Joe then tells Triple H the same thing that he tells Kurt Angle, that someone is wanting to meet him and wrestle him outside. Not wrestle him, but wants to see him outside. We then have the Intercontinental Champion Val Venus with Trish Stratus defending against Chris Jericho. Val applies a camel clutch and then lands a drop toe hold to Chris Jericho in the corner. Jericho lands a bulldog and a lion salt, but Chris Benoit runs out and attacks Jericho. Jericho applies the walls onto Benoit, but Val Venus attacks Jericho from behind. Benoit drops Jericho across the ropes and stomps Jericho, and then applies an STF. And Chris Jericho again being outsmarted by Chris Benoit with some help from Val Venus here. What do you think?
And see, like, this is the stuff that they need to do now. Like, we're weeks before SummerSlam, right? And
2 weeks. Well, after this we've got SmackDown, another Raw, and then SmackDown.
Yeah, but this has already been going on for a week or a couple weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been going on since Backlash.
Yeah, and it's just like
April.
Like, you were so invested in the matches and wanted to see them because the stuff had been going on for so long. So there was such good build-up. Now it's like the Friday night, the night before WrestleMania, they're like making matches.
Yeah. We then see Kurt Angle and Triple H are inside the limo. We don't know who they're meeting with, but we definitely know that someone's talking to them. We see the Acolytes and Kai and Tai brawl inside the bar. Of course, they have to destroy the friendly tout. They drop the pinball machine on top of Kai and Tai. Fun stuff. Not 4-bar. Hiroshima Revenge, Nagasaki.
Yeah.
We find out that Vince McMahon was the person in the limo, and he tells both Kurt Angle and Triple H that they both won't traumatize his daughter ever again, because if they do, there'll be serious consequences. We haven't seen Vince since June, so clearly this Stephanie being upset really bothered him to come back. He's supposed to be making babies with Linda.
And what month is this?
This is August, so he's been gone for like 2 months. We then get our main event, the Dudley Boys and the champion, The Rock, the WWF champion, The Rock, taking on Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Shane McMahon. Bubba hits a Bubba Bomb to Shane. Both Triple H and Kurt Angle get tagged, and they argue with one another. Bubba accidentally hits the ref, and they set up a table on the floor. As they're doing that, Edge and Christian land a concerto to Bubba Ray Dudley. All three, Shane, Angle, and Triple H, attack The Rock. Angle hits an Olympic slam, and Triple H pedigrees The Rock. And this friendship, this alliance, is able to rebuild thanks to maybe Vince McMahon
For now.
and take out The Rock.
For now.
What did you think of this episode?
It was good. It was very attitude. I liked it. It's good build up before SummerSlam, and it definitely, you want to tune in to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited because I know what's coming, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do. What match are you most looking forward to SummerSlam? You've got Lawler and Tazz, the TLC match, the Triple Threat, Benoit and Jericho.
What's the triple threat?
Triple H, Angle, and The Rock.
Oh, okay, right. I'm excited for the TLC. I'm wondering if Undertaker and Kane might fight. Yeah, I'm excited about the triple threat and that. And I'm also kind of looking forward to Lawler and Tazz.
They're all good stuff. Well, with that, we've covered all this episode of Raw is War. We're going to be covering SmackDown, just a couple episodes away until SummerSlam. And we're going right through 2000. We're going to be hitting 2001 pretty soon. So make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay notified when new content drops.
Tell your grandma.
Tell her. And until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.